Well, we spent all night going from aid station to aid station.
Yep, it's 5 a.m. We're bone tired still, barely keeping it together.
Yeah.
And I remember waking up to you murmuring something to yourself, and I'm like, "What now? What's going on?" And you were having an issue with your phone, right?
Yeah, exactly. My phone hasn't caused me any real trouble, and all of a sudden, I mean, it was quite like all of a sudden. I noticed it was at 10%, and I'm like, oh, cool, let me just plug it in, charge this thing up. I try to plug it in, and it's not charging. Like, my phone refuses to take a charge.
Oh, man.
And you might think, like, who cares? It's a big deal. Like, blow it off. It's just your phone. Deal with it later. We're dealing with something more pressing. But the problem was, our phone is our lifeline.
Yeah, that's how a potential dog finder or someone who has info is going to get a hold of us,
Exactly.
or mom is going to get a hold of us.
Yeah, I've been giving out my phone number to all these people. If anybody finds her, like, this is the number you should call. And some people had Tanya's number too, but it just depended on who ran into what person.
Yeah, and she was at home, so she'd have to relay that info to us anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And then here's what was really cool though, Heaven, is that on a whim, Mom packed the one wireless charger that we own.
Yep.
Just on our way out, she was just like, I'll just throw this in my bag, like it's kind of a neat thing, and maybe we'll need it.
Might need it.
Yeah. What's that? The second whim that absolutely saved our hide.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Heaven's keeping count. She was telling us about it on our drive home. So, we head back to the house so I can grab the charger.
Yeah, and I remember we were talking how the most obvious attack ever, not even slick. Like, oh, this is totally another
super on the nose. You know what I mean? Like, oh, let me just mess with your stuff all of a sudden. So it's just. So we go back to the house. I wake Tanya up and I said, "Hey, can I use your charger?" She was like, "Of course you can use it." So I grabbed the charger, and just then she was scrolling through her phone because now she's awake.
Right. So Dave wakes me up. It's 5. I'm glad. I'm checking my lists. What's going on? What's new? Like, there was nothing new yesterday. What's happening? And I see, oh my goodness, a new person commented. They said, I think I saw your dog running across Holly Street, headed north.
Yep, 136 in Holly.
136 in Holly by Horizon High School, headed north. That was all the info that we got, but we started to run with that lead of. So I'm like, how do we know if it's my dog? So I'm sorry to bother you, but what do you have any more information?
It's 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And you're pumping this guy for information. You're working this lead.
Right. And I didn't feel bad because he had just posted 5 minutes beforehand before I saw that. And I have to say that had Dave not woken me up, I wouldn't have seen that update until way later. So I was really glad that his phone went out.
Yeah. So Tanya wasn't quite ready to hit the road at that point. So Heaven and I grabbed the charger and we went straight back out.
Yep. And then I remember we stopped at another aid station again because we had gone and searched that area. And we're like, well, if she's in the area, we should just keep stopping at these little places we had set up. And, sun's rising right about then. It's peeking over the horizon, and you had mentioned something just offhand while we were sitting at a spot. You mentioned predators, your fear of predators, and Pixel was wearing her bell, and just like could see like the slow terror kind of.
Yeah, like she was ringing her own dinner bell.
Yeah, and I remember we were talking about it, and you're like, "Don't go there." And I remember telling you Tuesday morning, put my hand on your shoulder after you said that, saying, I still have a really good feeling about today.
Yeah, and I remember, and I just looked at you, and I was just hang on to that feeling, baby, because I needed to hear that. Like I needed, that was my lifeline for that morning. So we went directly to 136 in Holly, and we started working our way northbound. Mm-hmm. We went out into the middle of this. I mean, we went way, way north. We went out into the middle of this field, and
oh my gosh, and it was like the end of all neighborhoods. After this one last neighborhood, it was all field. Like it was like there was a line here, and if Pixel crossed it, like we're doomed.
Yeah, we are doomed. So we decided we're not having any luck, and we decide that if she's in the area, we're gonna double down on our scent trailing.
Yep.
And so we went back to Holly and 144th.
Yep.
Began to scent trail all the way up to Dexter Street.
Yep. The whole street, like every 30 feet, we were jumping out of the car and planting a little, like a scented rag, essentially. And at this point, we were starting to get the attention of some neighbors who, at this point, were out and about
Things
and
were looking a little weird.
watching us.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of 144th, where Dexter Street is, that it kind of dead ends right there, and we had an aid station there.
Yeah.
So we were thinking we could, if she's in the area, she's going to catch our smell, and that might be that thing that jolts her memory, and or gives her some a path to follow.
Guide her down to that little aid
So
station.
talk about the police. The police
so-
wanting answers.
Yeah,
because
so-
of how you were driving.
Yeah, we at this point we had finished our scent trail, and we went and picked up Tanya, and Heaven and I were I don't know if excited is the right word. We were excited to show Tanya the new
Area.
the new figure 8 that we had created.
We were expectant.
Yeah, the new net that we had created.
Oh, and in this time, I had gotten word back from the guy. How do we know it's my dog? Like,
Right.
Did you see her? Was she wearing the harness? All of that. He said, my girlfriend thought it was I thought it was a fox. My girlfriend said that's a husky. That's how we knew it was her.
Yeah, and so now we were sure. And so what we had was
Alive again.
136 and Holly northbound. And there are some really attractive parks and big culverts in that area. And we were like, oh, yeah, we could totally see her being around here. So we started
Yeah.
working those areas. And my phone rings, and it's the Thornton police.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, my first thought was like, well, it's about time. Like we'd been stalking this neighborhood for days now.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. But part of our talk when we were talking to people, we were encouraging people to
call the police
Call the
while
police.
Animal control was closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this officer calls me and he said, listen, I want to know exactly who's in your car and what you guys are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, officer, I'm so glad that you called me.
glad you
I want to tell you everything that we're
Yep.
doing. And I began to lay out like this whole strategy, our plan, the aid stations, the routes we were taking, the roads we were on. And so this guy was amazing because he's not the police officer that was supposed to be there. The police officers that were supposed to be there were busy with other calls.
Yeah.
And so this guy was in an adjacent area, and he was the canine unit. And so
A
this
dog
guy,
person.
yeah, he works with dogs. He loves dogs. And so,
So he gets it.
yeah, he gets what we're out there doing. And he said, he said some funny things. But he was pretty encouraging, and he was definitely on our side.
Yeah.
And he said, listen, what you guys are doing out here and what it looks like you're doing are very different
Oh, man.
things. And I said, yes, sir, I totally understand. And I said, we're going to follow your advice. I thank you so much for giving us this advice. And he goes, listen, if it was me, I'd be doing the same thing that you guys are doing.
Yeah, and looking back, like on this surprise favor we received from this canine officer who's not even supposed to be taking calls, like I'm just adding that to my God count because that totally wasn't us.
Yeah, it's like it was amazing, and he gave us some tips because we didn't want to waste our time with
Right.
strategies that weren't working.
Yeah.
And he really helped steer us away from some strategies that were less fruitful, and really was like, hey, these are the things that you should really be focused on. And so we were like, okay,
focused on that.
let's do that. So that was first thing in the morning or thereabouts. It was, I don't know, 9 or 10, something like that. And Heaven says, hey, I think we need to pray.
Yeah, we were pulled over. We went to Northbrook Park, and you said, let's check this aid station, and then we can pull over and pray. And I just remember, like, before on our way there, like, getting this, like, strong, like, oh, it's not now. We need to pray now.
Yeah.
And, like, together, because up until this moment, what we had been doing, like, we had been praying, but it was all, like, silent to ourselves, kind of like, like quiet prayers.
Yeah.
And what we needed to a bold,
Yeah.
like together prayer, the 3-string chord.
Yeah,
and all.
we wanted to head to Northbrook because that's where the police had been called.
Yeah.
So we thought maybe somebody had dismantled our aid station,
Yeah.
thinking that we were doing something nefarious.
Mm-hmm.
And so we head there, we pull over, windows are down, and we just start praying out loud. We're crying and we're praying and we're seeking God.
So we're all in this car, windows are down, all three of us are praying out loud, And I remember David had said, Lord, just pin her down and just send the right people. And he's just crying out for Pixel, like, we have to find this dog. So we're praying. And as we're praying, my phone rings and it says no caller ID. And I'm like, do I get this because we're praying?
In heaven and I like in unison.
There's no caller ID.
We're
So
like,
I'm
answer the phone.
So I'm like, is this another scam?
Right.
Like taking me out of my prayer.
Right.
But they're like, get the phone. And I was like, okay. So I answered the phone and it was this woman. This is Officer so-and-so from Animal Control. We have eyes on Pixel. Oh my goodness. My heart just jumped. So we're like, I tell the car, they have eyes on Pixel. And Dave's like, do they have her? And I was like, no, they have eyes on Pixel. So she says, would you like to meet us where we're at? And I was like, yes, please, give me the address. So Heaven has her phone up ready. She's ready to type in the address on her phone so we can map it out. We're like 2 blocks away. So Dave's like, Heaven, you give me direction. I'm going to drive. Tanya, you pray. So I'm praying as we're driving. And I remember, because I know how skittish Pixel is and how agile she is. And I was like, Lord, distract her. Just keep her in one spot and give her something to distract her so that she'll stay where she's at, so that we'll get there in time.
Yeah, she was actually in a neighborhood called Riverdale Park.
Right.
And Riverdale Park is not north of 136. It's south of 136. So I don't know if Pixel doubled back or if that guy said north and he meant south. I don't know. But so our search area had ended. She had already crossed the boundaries of our search area. So now we're south of 136 on Holly, and we turn east into this community called Riverdale Park.
Right.
And that's where we saw Animal Control. And there was a city guy there too. So I pull in and park. I'm like diagonal. We just, hop out of the car. And he said, I think that's your dog near the fence. Now we can't see her at this point.
Yeah, there's bushes everywhere and a big tree.
And they have like a stick fence. It's a real nice kind of upscale like stick fence, but it's got like that wire that goes along the inside so that a homeowner could own a dog if they wanted to, but you can see right through it.
Yeah.
And so I take the outside of the fence, and then Tanya starts moving towards the inside of the fence, and none of us can really see her yet.
Right.
And so I just call out for her. I was like, Pixel, are you here? And I just see her little ears pop up and her head like pops up, and she looks over and she's got the most beautiful bi-eyed girl. And she looks right at me, and I was like, it's her.
Man.
And I caught myself because I didn't want to startle her. I didn't want her to, I didn't know if she was going to run from me at that point, because she was in such a panic.
Yeah.
And so I kind of hunkered down, and I was like, Pixel, come on out. And she began to belly crawl. Like she wouldn't stand up, right? Like she just got her belly like the least amount that she could above the grass and just started, belly crawling like this toward my voice, which was toward Tanya. And then at what point did you see her?
Well, when you said it's her, I sat we're in between the fence and the bush. I sat like in that area because I knew that would probably be most likely the direction she would come out. So I just sat down and put my hands out, like my palms up, and put them on the ground. And it had taken a couple seconds, I think, as she must have been just crawling, and I just could see her little face just peek through the bushes. And she kept coming forward, and as soon as I saw her face, I was like, there she is. Like, that's right. That's her. And I try to keep my voice from screaming and being excited. And I was just like, come here, baby. Come on. And so she crawled. And as soon as she got like within my hands, I grabbed onto her harness that she was wearing.
No, you eagle clawed.
I clawed it.
You eagle clawed her collar.
I hooked it. But I let her crawl the rest of the way. And when she crawled in my lap, then I was like, okay, I held her. And when I held her, it was just the most, it was so sad and so precious at the same time that I could feel everything in her little body relax. And she just laid her head on my shoulder. And she must have known like it's done.
Yeah. So Tanya cradles the dog, and
I'm bawling.
It was like lightning. Heaven and I dropped to the ground like sacks of potatoes, and we just like loud, square mouth,
wailing,
ugly crying.
Yeah.
Just sobbing.
Not like the movies at all.
No, we had just, I mean, this was the culmination. We had just the end of all this has been,
it was done.
yeah. And it just the wave of relief and the wave of joy. And we must have sat there for, I don't know, it was a good 3, maybe 4 minutes. Seriously,
Just
crying in the front. I mean, we stayed there crying so long that everybody left.
Yeah.
Like everybody was like, everybody who was involved, except for the animal control. And so when we kind of came to, we said, hey, can we knock on the door of the homeowners and ask
them.
Yeah, and just thank them and ask them how it went down.
So Dave knocks on the doors and they come out and they're talking about it. And this homeowner, if the man and the woman, I guess what happened according to their side was the guy who was spraying for the weeds spotted her. And he knocked on their door and said, I know you guys have dogs, but I think this one's the missing dog. And I've seen the posters. We didn't hang those posters in that area. It was beyond our net, but my brother had previously. So he's like, I think this is that missing dog that everybody's talking about. And so they come out and they look, and the lady goes, oh, that's Pixel. She knew her by name. Oh, that's Pixel. And she said, I knew from the posters I wasn't supposed to call her, and I was just supposed to call animal control. So I called animal control right away. And I just kept my eyes on her until animal control got here. And it was the strangest thing, she said. It was the strangest thing. She just stopped right where she was. She just stopped and she just started chewing on a stick.
Yeah, and it was like the time was exactly when we were at the other park.
Like as we were praying in real time.
That God would give us a citizen assist, that he would pin her down and put her in front of the right people, not somebody who's going to steal her, not somebody who's going to call for her.
Right.
Not, and then as we were driving, Tanya was praying that God would distract her. So and that's exactly what happened. And the lady said it. I was like, say that again. Remember? I said, say that again. What was it? And she goes, yeah, it was the strangest thing. She just walked into my yard and hunkered down and started chewing on some sticks.
So at the end of it all, Pixel, a little 8-pound dog, 11 inches off the ground, survived 4 nights, 2 of them storms, 4 nights, 5 days, terrible weather, predators surrounding her, 6-lane roads, cars, and people. And the animal control, everybody involved, everybody who was there, everybody who's heard the story, they all say the same one thing. That is a miracle.
So originally I had 4, but after going over it again, I realized we have 5. So the first one being Mom's spontaneous phone at the Buell. Like we were like, you should bring that anyways, and ended up needing it. The second one being Sunday on our returning Sunday because we had prayed for a break in the weather and received one. The storm finally broke that day. Number 3, the wireless charger incident.
Oh, yeah.
Where Mom brought it on a whim. Number 4 being the canine officer, actually the one who called us, and that could have gone really bad had it been one of those like mean officers, you know.
Sure.
And then number 5 being answering our prayers as we were praying them. And now that I look on it and like keep the count, I'm like, it's kind of funny because looks like we got one little miracle per day while we were out there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Pretty amazing when you go back and look at it. Pretty amazing. So we just rejoice in God.
Yeah, absolutely. Him be all the glory.
Lesson learned. The natural and the supernatural combined make an explosive force for God. We did everything we could in our power naturally, and we did everything we could in our power supernaturally. to get God involved, and we put those two things together, and
God did it.
God showed up.
God did it.
Yeah, look what God did. Look what the Lord did.
Isn't he good?
And obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus, but to trust